Talks. This is not your typical podcast. We will get into wrestling, lifestyle, and mental health. This podcast is unfiltered and ready to go. The episode will begin in a moment, but before it does, go ahead and give us a follow on all social medias, Tevin Talks, and make sure you give us a follow on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple, wherever you may listen to your podcast. Here's Tevin.
Welcome, everybody. This is Tevin with Tevin Talks, and I'm here with a special, normally would say guest, but I'm going to say friend. This guy does mean a bit to me. I will start by saying, dude, how proud I am of you. I don't think you get enough recognition for how hard you work. Since the time that I've met you, I know you had something about you. I know people like to use the word grit, but you got the grit. You have always been somebody that's been humble. You've always strived for better, and it's showing. Every single time that you step in the ring, bro, you're getting better and better every single time. Seeing you travel out of the country, winning titles, being the face of AML right now. And if anybody doesn't know who I'm talking about J.A.C. My friend, how you doing?
I'm good, man. I really appreciate that. I really do. It's been a journey, and it's a good one. It's kind of all like surreal. Yesterday was, and the whole, I don't know, just here lately, it's just, everything's been kind of weirdly emotional, but in a good way,
I mean, I don't think anybody could blame you, bro. Like, you're dealing with something a lot of people dream to do, especially in the Carolinas, man. A lot of people would kill to be in your position, but you know what? You are handling it well, and you're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're showing everybody what a true champion is. So keep doing what you're doing, man. I think that people, if they didn't know who you were before, they definitely know now. And I think that what you're doing right now is going to take you far in this business. And I think a lot of people that are under you, that you are help training, should definitely just follow you and just see the steps you're taking to get there. Because regardless if it's literally in the ring, because when you're not in the ring, I know what you do for your shoot job. So you're working all day, all morning. You get up early as hell. You get to work. You get off. You either go to the gym or you go train. So your life is wrestling, regardless of whatever you have going on. And it's like for you and your wife, I will tell anybody this, and anybody's asked about you guys, I will tell them straight up, workhorses. Like, you guys are doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And I think if a lot of people follow in your shoes, they will see why you are where you are. Nobody can question that shit. Me personally, I'd never do it because I've seen it happen. We've been in the same cars together. We've traveled. You guys get it in.
Yeah, you got to. I think everything's always retrospect for other people, though. Like nobody knows, you can say you do all these things, and like people might have an idea of it. Like, Dalen, he just started working with us too. He lives with me now as well, but he didn't. He even told me, he goes, Jesse, I didn't know how hard you worked until I started working with you at your shoot job. I said, yeah. I said, and I got to get the gym crap in, and we got to hit the road and all that other stuff like that. Like, people don't, like, they don't have, like, and normal people don't have an idea. Like, us wrestlers, like, we know the grind, but
yeah,
like, when I explain stuff to like my family or anything like that, they're like this month being in 6 different states, and it's just, you got to get it in, like, just to try to make some type of name for yourself. Then the grind is, and it's not more of a doing it for an ego thing or anything. I love it, and that I love the grind. Because if I'm at home, I'm freaking out the whole time. I hate being stuck at the house. Like, that snow stuff, it killed me. It was
I already
awful.
know. Yeah. And it's like that, man. Like you said, people don't understand, wrestling is different. I'm gonna just go ahead and just say it for anybody out there that wrestles. We're a little mentally insane. We're putting our bodies through a lot of hell, and we love it. And normal people don't understand it. They look on the outside looking in, and it's like, hey, these guys are jumping around in tights. And to us, like I said, we're creating magic. they're in, they it's entertainment to them, but they don't really understand what it is until they actually get in that position. And well, for one, a lot of them don't make it out of training. So us to keep going and doing what we do. I'm sorry, you guys do what you do. It takes a lot of courage, man.
It's a we. You did it, even though you might not do it anymore. It's still a we. You were, like some of my favorite matches still are with you. So it's not a, it's a we, because like you'll never, even though you might be out of the business now and doing the podcast stuff, you're still in it, and you still wouldn't. The stuff you did in wrestling never is going to go away. Like the film you'll have on YouTube, especially with digital media now, it never goes away, Tevin. It just doesn't.
No, I appreciate that, man. Seriously. Well, man, if you don't know, at Tevin Talks, we like to do a series of random questions for you. And just like I did with Brian, I took time with these questions because I know you guys more on a personal level than I do a lot of other wrestlers. And I said, we're going to get into it, man.
Let's get it. I watched the Brian podcast. It was really good, by the way. When we were driving back home from Alabama, I listened to the whole thing. I was like, this is really good.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, man.
I take pride in this, man, because like I keep telling everybody, dude, this is not. I enjoy it, but it's really to put people over, man. And it's like now, that's why I'm like, I'm really gonna press the gas on it because I really want to get people out as much as I can, because a lot of people don't talk enough. Like they might do promos and stuff, but a lot of people don't know the backstory. And maybe if we knew the backstory of everybody, then people would pay attention more. So
yeah,
I'm trying my best with it, man.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
All right, man. I'm gonna hit you first with why professional wrestling over mixed martial arts. And for a lot of people that do not know, J.A.C used to be a MMA fighter. So let us have it.
Yeah, I've always watched wrestling. I always thought like the alternative was I gotta do MMA to do pro wrestling. I really didn't know much about the independents. So I was a friend of mine, Mason Matthews. He wrestled, and he was telling me about it. And I was fighting MMA at the time, and I had a weight cut that went really bad, and I wound up getting pancreatitis, and I was in the hospital for a couple of days. And I called my MMA coach, and I was like, "Man, I've been wanting to do this pro wrestling thing. I'm gonna try it. Like I'm gonna give it a shot." And the first training session, the first bump, I knew, oh my God, this is what I should have been doing the entire time. The other thing too, though, like I love MMA and I love competing in combat sports, but like you don't get to do it enough. You're not in front of a live crowd. Even when I did amateur wrestling, I loved being in front of a live crowd, and it felt regular. I got to do I do 6 or 7 matches in a weekend, And MMA, you were waiting forever to get a fight, and then when you got a fight, somebody might cancel or back out. And I trained for fighting since I was 13 and 14, and then I started fighting when I was 18. But I had 14 scheduled fights and only fought twice, and that's insane. And having to cut weight that many times, and I just mentally and physically, I just couldn't do it no more because I've been cutting weight my whole life. And yeah, and I don't regret it because I do what I do now regularly, and I love it. I love entertaining people. That's what I do, and that's what I love to do. So, and pro wrestling isn't the greatest form of entertainment. So, yeah, that's definitely why.
And I think even to piggyback off of now, I've seen pictures of you when you were in MMA and you were doing the weight cuts. You were a lot smaller, but even now, we got to talk about the weight cut that you've had over the last 2 years, dude. You're in the best shape you've ever been in, I think, regardless of how much smaller you were then. I think now you're super lean, and everybody can tell you take care of yourself. I've seen it personally. I rode with you. I know how you go about your day, what you eat, how much you exercise. And, I just put it over, man. Let everybody know, what it takes, because I think people just think, a lot of guys just take supplements and just do cardio all day. It's not that.
No, I had an idea of what nutrition was. And then really, since I started I hired Cesar Bononi as my personal trainer and my nutritionist back in November. And I had been doing intermittent fasting, and I lost a good bit of weight doing that. But I didn't really have the idea of how to handle food well. And we split up. We count everything now. All my meals are counted for. I don't have to worry about food during the day. And I make sure I get my water, and I drink about 1.25 gallons of water every day. There's not a lot of carbs in my food, and all the carbs are healthy carbs, and they're all counted for. I only eat realistically like 1,800 calories to 2,000, so I'm always in a calorie deficit.
Mhm.
But I get my body weight in protein every day. And then also too, like I know you can see me. Like I like these zero sugar drinks, like
Mhm.
to get like that's my like escape though. And like you don't gain weight drinking these.
Yeah,
And they're nothing like health wise. If you look at the science behind like diet sodas or zero sugar drinks, like there's no actual health risk to them. There's
at all.
not, and they don't make you gain weight. And like, if you're not doing it, like, cool and good for you. But like, have to have because of my sleep schedule. I have to have caffeine.
Yeah,
And you know that. And so like, yeah, that's like my little like treat for myself. And that like zero sugar stuff. Honestly, if people are listening to this, that's how you lose weight. Like, cut out the sodas, cut out the sugar and crap. Your body doesn't need it, and you'll drop weight naturally. Because if you drink, like, if you drink your like your calories, you're gonna gain weight. Like you just
exactly.
are. So I
And
just don't
see,
drink my calories at all. I just don't. I have protein shakes, so that's it.
same here for me, because I went through my health scares that I've been through recently, and like you just said, the zero sugar drinks, I love them now. At first, of course, they taste weird, but as soon as you get used to it, bro, it tastes like regular things. I never was a big soda drinker anyway,
Yeah.
but every now and then I'll have a zero sugar soda, and I mean it's perfectly fine. Even tea, like my huge thing was sweet tea. But Gold Peak has a zero sugar tea. Do it tastes just like the regular stuff, and I can
Mhm.
drink that. I drink at least a gallon and a half a day of water. So like with my workout regimen, and again, I was a lot bigger than you were,
Mhm.
but at my biggest, I was 366, and now I'm at 328,
Hell yeah.
327. So I'm working, dude. And I think honestly, I'm gonna lose over 100 pounds whenever it's said and done, just with the way that I eat now. And again, like cutting out the sugar and stuff. That's exactly why I go to the zero sugar drinks, because
Yeah.
I want something sweet, man, and I just get one of those and I'm good. Again, I
Yeah.
don't have to worry about the sugar. I don't have to worry about the crashing. And I mean, again, it tastes good to me, so that's my sweets.
Yeah, dude, it's like I can't express like how much of a game changer getting into that type of drinks were for me. Like, and also too, because I went for my heaviest, I was 302. Let me put my phone
Mhm.
on silent, but I was 302, and now I'm 242. You know, and I think now that like I'm at my happy place. I don't really want to gain or lose weight now. I kind of like where I'm at. I'm just trying to trim belly fat but keep muscle at the same time, so it's a new challenge. But it's all learning it. I fell in love with bodybuilding too, like doing all this. Like I
Mhm.
generally like going to the gym. Like today kind of sucked after doing like a death match this weekend, but
Of course.
besides that, like the gym, and it's my little time to myself. Like me and Claire, we're going together, but honestly, I like going by myself now because I just like that time alone and to lock in and to do my thing. All my stuff, like I'll do like 4 sets of like 15, 20 with his stuff, and I calculate it in my phone, the
Mhm.
app that we got. And then every week I'm trying to get up and weight, up and weight, up and weight. It's kind of nice just to try to progress like that.
What app are you using?
I can't really disclose it because it's just for his clients,
Oh, okay,
but
awesome. I'm sorry.
it's really sick. So,
Where's
but
that?
Cesar Bononi, I'm telling you guys, if you haven't got in with him and you're a wrestler, especially man, like he might like his price range, he'll talk to you, But and it's worth it. Like it might seem like a lot, but it's worth it. It really is. It
Most
was a game
definitely, man.
changer.
It took me a while to get used to working out as much as I do now, but dude, it's a breeze. As you can see, it's not just, and I tell people this all the time. Me and Brian just talked about it. It's not just us just posting pictures, me and Benny. Dude, I got Benny in the gym now. Benny goes hard as hell in the gym now. He's losing weight. He's eating better. Dude, he's doing a lot better. He's lifting weights. He's doing cardio, all
hmm
that shit. And
I was telling him I want to work out with all y'all. I think get Brian, Benny, you, me. We'll all get a training session in together. That'd be
hey,
fun.
I'm with it, bro. I'm with
Yeah,
it
it'd be great, man.
for sure. This next question, man, I'm so ready to hear about it. What is the biggest difference between wrestling in America and then wrestling in Japan?
I think we over complicate things in America,
Mm,
whereas Japan, everyone thinks it's so complicated and all this crap because they're so good,
mm,
but it's so simplified. Um, and people that like the argument of like the crowd being like quiet, no, they're enjoying the match. Like they're enjoying it for the sport that it is, and Yeah, I think wrestlers in general complicate matches. Like I think that changed. That's why when I came back, I feel like I have been a lot better with my matches
Mhm.
because I don't overcomplicate them. I learned how to call them in a simpler way to make everyone that I'm wrestling understand it and still do these high like main event style matches. But yeah, wrestlers overcomplicate things, and when you go over
You know
there.
how it goes, man.
Oh, brother, when you go over there and you wrestle the guys over there, and even like the American guys that are over there with you, and then you come back and you wrestle the guys here, and they're like, I remember the first match when I came back. Like I was sitting there in the locker room with the guy, and we were going over it, and I'm 100 pounds more than the guy at the time, and he was telling me like all these bumps he wanted to do to me, and I just looked at him and I was like, well, like what if you get the one bump after the comeback? Like I feel like that'll be more impactful. And he got like irritated at me. And I was like, but no, dude, like you don't understand. Like you're going to be way more over with the one bump than all these bumps that you are trying to do to me. Like I
Exactly.
don't know why they didn't connect with him. But I felt bad because I looked over at Bob and I said, Bob, I just got back from Japan, and if I have to beat the shit out of this dude, I will. You know, but he got it, and the match was good, but. Yeah, overcomplication. That's it.
I heard that. I dig
I don't
that.
know if I can cuss. Just let me know. I won't.
Brother,
But
this is your safe space. You say what you want.
okay, okay, good. I was like,
Hey, look,
I was
it's,
thinking about the podcast today. I was like, as long as I don't drop f bombs or say something ridiculous, I'll
brother,
be fine.
you say what you want.
Okay.
Like when I'm editing in this and I post it, it's one button I click and say, "Is this explicit?" It sure is. That's all
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
gonna do. All right. The next one I got. So, what is the biggest difference between J.A.C. and Jesse Carter? And I know that's a loaded question because I know you and I know that's the same, but I know that you have a difference. So
Yes, I think there used to be. It was so similar where it was scary. Now, especially, there's just a character now. I think there's a lot of me in the character, you know, but I'm able to like when I go home, I go home. Like it's now like I love it, but it's a job, you
mhm.
know, and um honestly too, like getting married and stuff like that, and like looking at the world from a different lens than I used to when I was single and when I first started.
Mhm.
Um, because I always thought I had to be character 24/7. Like you got to be character 24/7, and that's how you get over. Now you don't like the world knows like the cat's out of the bag. WWE has a show literally called Unreal,
Yes.
and so you got to respect fans enough for them that they know it's a show. Like they're well aware, so you need to respect them enough that when the show's over, that you don't need to be a jerk to them. Like there's no reason for it. And the stuff I did maybe at the beginning of my career, I kind of look back at it and I kind of like cringe a little bit. Now, did it get my name out there a little bit? Yeah, sure. But you don't have to be the character all the time. And so there's a character J.A.C. babyface or heel, and then there's Jesse. The human being, the man that has a regular job that he goes to and has a loving wife and has two stupid cats. Like that. I mean, honestly, too. Like I don't like. It's so weird because I try not to sound cocky with stuff, but I feel like I'm at the most humble I've ever been because I doubt myself all the time and I stress all the time about stupid stuff.
Mhm.
And even though I feel like I'm also like in the wrestling bubble, especially in the Southeast, the most successful I've ever been, but I'm also like weirdly humble about it. Like Claire gets mad at me because how much I like not doubt myself, but how much I stress about stupid stuff. Benny, what are you doing? I'm getting
What's up,
emotional.
buddy?
You can't come on here while I'm doing that.
Just interrupt my shit, man. What's going on with you?
What's up?
What's happening, Jesse?
Oh, I'm here.
Right. He texted me a while ago. Was like, man, you gonna have to go because I got something to do. I was like, Benny, kiss my ass.
Look, the real job got in the way, all right?
No, I get
Always
it.
does. It always does. I know
Always does.
it. Brother.
This guy. So, what do you think the biggest obstacle you've had to face in pro wrestling?
Knowing, and I think this is actually important, knowing that you can't take everybody with you.
Okay.
If that makes sense. I had people that don't even wrestle anymore that I love dearly still to this day, that I wanted to be just as successful as me, and I wanted the dreams that I had for them too. But not everybody wants that, and that's okay. Like, and not everybody's going to have the drive to do the stuff as much as you're going to, and that's okay too. And being able to like accept that um, is good in the long run. Plus, too, like it added on stress for me that I didn't need to have, and it hurt that relationship a little bit during a time period
Hmm.
where I was irritated at the person when like now that I'm older and I've talked to even him about it, and I'm like, I'm sorry, man, like I was a jerk, because like why did I want this for him, because that's his dream. That then he has his own goals, and now he's doing great, better than it's David. I'll just say it.
I already know. I already know.
We
But
all know.
but he's like, he's a fireman. He's about to have twins, man. Like he's
Wins,
living the
man.
dream.
As soon as I seen the post, I texted him. I said, "Brother, you trying to catch up to me already, huh?"
The brother, it's
Holy.
awesome, dude. He called me the other day. And by the way, I don't know if he's announced it. Screw it. It's two girls.
Oh
He's
God,
having twins,
he's just
and he
like,
called me the other day. I was asleep after like I had a long like loop where I was in Florida, then another show. And he called me, and I was sleeping, and I woke up. He said two girls. I got really excited, and went back to bed. But but yeah, he's doing good. But that's the biggest thing, because and now like trying to balance that with the students we have now too, especially as I became into the little bit of the trainer role at AML. Knowing that with them as well, and not like overly push them. Like you can push them to an extent, but you got to let them hurdle their own hurdles. You can't fight every battle for them. That makes sense.
facts. No, I definitely understand that.
Yeah, and also too, I think another thing for me was my ego. Like I had a big ego when I first started, and I thought I was hot shit. Um, and like now knowing like it takes two of us to make a great match. Like
Yeah.
if we both aren't involved to make the great match, like it's not going to be good. And plus, too, knowing that like at the end of the day, I'm a human being, right?
Mhm.
And I am no different than the guy down the road. No different. I can do cool things in my life, but I'm no more special than the guy that's sitting there trying to beg for money, like that's homeless. He's just going through a tough time. I've been through my tough times.
Facts.
And accepting that was probably my biggest hurdle. And that took like just growing up and becoming more probably a man.
Understood. No, I
Yeah.
definitely understand that. So, man, this is halfway through the interview, and we always like to play a game. You ever heard of this game that we like to play?
I probably have, but I also, CTE. So what is the game?
We call it standing on business. All right, we're gonna ask you this or that questions, right?
Okay.
It's gonna be a series of them. It's gonna be random questions, okay? Well, I'm sorry, random this or that. Wrestling, friends, whatever. So normally you have to choose one. Now, if you don't choose one and you say neither or both, we normally have to come up with a consequence for you. And
Okay.
normally you either just, tag somebody on Facebook, make a video, something crazy, something
Yeah.
random, right? So let's come up with the consequence for Jesse.
I would say beat up Dalen, but he does that already, and I
He
love
does
it.
that already, man.
I'm gonna give him cauliflower. That's the biggest goal of my life right now.
You know what? Since we're talking about Dalen, if you happen to say either or both, you're gonna go on Facebook. You're just gonna tag Dalen and say he's the most beautiful man in the world, and just leave it at that. You're not gonna say.
See, I'll do that. I'll do that without the cauliflower.
You're gonna.
That's true. That's
That's all. That's all you gotta do. That's all you
Okay.
gotta do.
That's fine.
All right. First question. You ready?
I'm ready.
Tracy Myers or Brian Hawks? I come out swinging, brother. I'm sorry. I do it every time. You can say neither.
Dalen's about to get a post on Facebook. That's my bosses.
right. It kind of goes. You can't have one without the other.
I'm gonna say both, and I'll just do the post. But it's the honest truth, because they're both have their roles for me in like different ways. I think Tracy between the two has been the the hardest on me at points, but because Brian, I always felt like believed in me since day one, which Tracy has too. But Tracy, I don't think saw what Brian saw at the beginning, but then Tracy became a believer over time. With speaking with that though, Tracy doing that motivated me more in ways than anyone could, you know.
Understood.
And I always like really after every show I go to him. I go to Brian too, but I really go to him because I really want to know because his mind's very unique, especially with wrestling. And I want to know his opinion about how the match was, and I also want to know like what that. Now I ask because I'm the champion, and I ask what was our draw and how are we doing numbers wise on every show? Because if we're not progressing, then I'm not doing my job. And but so Tracy's opinion matters. But with Brian, somebody has believed in me since day one. Generally, one of my best friends. He literally made a speech at my wedding about me and Clara. Someone that I called him. I had a flat tire Friday, and I called about advice about it, you know, and I always can just call and vent to like, yeah. So like, I'm not like, I can't say which I prefer because I don't. I love them both very equally because they've both been really great to me. They really have.
Trust me, I just said to make you sweat a little bit. All right,
I'll make my post about Dalen. That's a beautiful man, anyway.
All right, next one. I don't know why I picked this, but it's very random. Dean Malenko or Ric Flair?
Oh, Rick. Yeah, I love Dean. I think Dean like is great, but Rick, Drew. And like his work rate's just as good as Dean's, and Rick could go. Only thing I would say that I have against Flair is that I feel like if you've watched a Flair match, for the most part, you've seen all of Flair matches. Whereas Dean, Dean always had something new and unique, you know, and no one could really work like Dean could. Like Dean versus Eddie is one of the best matches of all time, you know.
Agreed. I think, you know, what a lot of people do not talk about when it comes to Ric Flair, I'll never take away from what he did in the ring. He was amazing. But I think the build up to his matches, the promos itself is what sold you.
Yes.
And I think people just go off of his wrestling. I mean, everybody knows he can cut a promo like hell, but it's like what he said in his promos and what he made you believe what was going to happen, even though he didn't have to do it. He talked it up, and it's like, okay, I got to see him go in there and get his ass whooped. He's probably going to get his ass whooped, but I got to see it now because he talked this good game. So,
but no one works like those guys no more. Like I was watching Steamboat and Flair the other week, and again for the 100th time. But man, dude, just storytelling at its peak. You know, I can only hope and dream to ever be close to that. You know,
keep working, man. You're pushing towards it. Batista or Brock Lesnar?
No, Brock Lesnar. Yeah, you already knew the answer to that. Like, no, man, you talking about like someone that like helped like influence me. That's why I thought I had to do the MMA thing to go to wrestling because I saw Brock and what all he did. You know, and I was like, man, I want to be Brock Lesnar. I remember Triple H versus Brock Lesnar. We were at my aunt's house, about a group of us for the SummerSlam party. And when Brock Lesnar put the Kimura on and snapped Triple H's arm, and my aunt all night saying this shit was fake, how terrible it was. That happened. She said, Jesse, that was real. He's really hurt. And at that moment, I said, I got to do that, man. Because if I can make someone like that say that, you know, like that was awesome.
Bro, let me tell you, I'm going to tell you a quick story. I think my wife might know this story, and the person that it happened to knows. So I grew up watching wrestling, and anytime I could do a wrestling move on somebody, I would. Dude, we're at a cookout. I was like maybe 9 years old. My cousin is like 11 or 12 at the time. I'm like, hey, man, I want to try this move. It's like, what is it? And we're outside. We're like on a tree stump, literally a tree stump. The tree just got cut down. I said, Triple H has this move called the pedigree. Jesse, I pedigreed my cousin off the tree stump into the ground. He had the biggest damn knot on his forehead, and he just started hollering. And my mom, Carol, what the hell just happened? And it's like he has this cartoon knot on his head. I'm like, hey, let me do it. It was insane. I was like, I got to do this in real life. I have to because it's pedigreed. I don't know why the hell he let me do it, but he paid for it.
I got suspended in school we were going around all doing like the Cobra and chokeholds to each other, and I put poor brother to sleep, and he hit his head and busted his head open, and blood went everywhere. And yeah, I was bad. My mom was so mad at me.
I bet. All right, this next one. I mean, both of them are in the same house. We got Dalen or Clara.
Clara.
It's easy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm married to her. Dalen can't do what Clara can do for me.
You don't know. You might can. You don't know, brother.
Dalen ain't nowhere near as pretty as Clara is.
It's truth.
Dalen looks like, and either he could be 16 years old or he's 40. Like, he can't decide which one. And Dalen came out of the womb with better credit than everybody else in the world.
Oh man, John Cena or AJ Styles?
AJ Styles. John Cena worked one place. AJ worked everywhere.
Yeah,
and his body of work is, oof. Yeah, John Cena just never was going to be able to have the matches like AJ could. Not that John Cena's matches are bad. Like, I like John Cena's matches. Especially, I actually like John Cena's last run a lot. Especially the last, like, 4 or 5 months in it. But the AJ Styles, man, like, from freaking WCW to his little small stint in WWE to Ring of Honor to TNA to New Japan to WWE, like, man, like,
and you know what's crazy? We say small stint he did in WWE, but he did what 10 years, right?
No, I was talking about his when he was like in the
developmental
after WCW.
Yeah. Okay, got you.
Before everybody knew who AJ Styles was.
Yeah,
and like I know he's like about to do the whole backstage role thing, which I feel like he's gonna be. I don't think you're gonna be able to find a better agent for a match than AJ. Yeah. Let's make that clear.
No. If he doesn't get mad, I feel like AJ's gonna get mad at people.
Of course, I'm kind of curious he's gonna be strict as hell. But at the same time, it's like if you need help on how to structure a match or something you can't get through, it's the perfect person because AJ is all in one dude. He's a little bit shorter than normal, but a creator wrestler, he's the build. He can do everything, literally. And he's just that guy. I just wish that for him, he either. I feel like he should have went on a tour, like a retirement tour. Whether it would have been his last match in WWE or not, it doesn't matter. But I feel like he should have went to Japan, and he should have ended it in TNA.
See, I think he did do a retirement tour. Like, I would argue he did just without announcing it. Like, you got to look at his last, like, 6-7 months. Like, he did go to Japan. He announced he was in Japan for the last time. He announced last year he was only doing it for pretty much one more year, too. He kind of did a low-key retirement tour. He had the match with Cena, the match with Shinsuke, the match with Punk, the match with Gunther. And the match with Shinsuke was, oh, my God.
I could watch those two wrestle all day long.
Dude, man, it just made you feel like you were back in the Tokyo Dome watching them two wrestle again. And you're like, man, this is wrestling, man. And then the match with Gunther, I was watching it, and I was like, this is the best WWE match I've seen in so long.
Yeah, it was really good. He got it. He took one hell of a beating, but it was, if you're going to go out, that's the way to go out.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect. That's, oh, my gosh, yeah. And I love that not everybody's doing Mania no more. Like, it makes it more, like, special. Because everybody wants to do Mania to retire, but, like, it's like you get your own, like, the whole Royal Rumble felt like it was about AJ. John Cena made, like, his retirement run in that one Saturday Night Live feel special, and Goldberg sucks, so.
Yeah, Goldberg sucks.
All right, and the last one, man, J.A.C. or Jesse Carter?
Jesse Carter, yeah. J.C.'s cool, but he's a jerk.
I don't know. There for a while, we couldn't tell one from the other.
Yeah, that's why it's good you could tell the difference now.
Yeah, we talked about that earlier, but somebody was late.
Oh.
Yeah.
The one time I'm late.
Yeah.
I will say this about that. J.A.C. is cool, but Jesse has an awesome wife, you know, and J.A.C has a wife that's mean, you know. Jesse does too, but but I don't know. I just feel like my life right now I'm pretty blessed. So yeah, Jesse all day.
I feel that 100%, man.
Yeah.
If you could go back and talk to J.A.C, fresh out of training, from when you first started wrestling, what would you tell yourself? Like, what could you tell yourself now that you learned from your time that you started? Whatever you learned traveling, the mistakes, what would you tell yourself? What would you prepare yourself for?
I would tell him to like slow down and let everything kind of sink in and be in the moment more. I feel like I rushed a lot for stuff. I wanted to be like the top guy at the beginning so bad that I didn't really ever like enjoy the moments and where I was at. Like I talk about like that AIWF run I have with them all the time. It's one of my favorite runs I have in wrestling just because of how much fun it was. Everything felt new and it felt special. And at the time I was just rushing because I wanted to be on the AML main roster. Or I was rushing because I wanted to be a part of NWA. I want to go to Japan or all this other stuff I've got to do. But like now I'm trying to get better at just like sitting here and just letting stuff soak in and being in the moment. And hanging out with my friends that I have made in this business, you know, I love being in the back at AML. Like I texted Brian today and I said, you know how cool our locker room is? That's what I texted Brian. I said, like I've been in so many locker rooms around this world now, and like my favorite locker room generally is AML. Not speaking bad against other locker rooms. Like I love West Coast's locker room, and I love I'm actually starting to really enjoy the NWA locker room, but the man, like AML, just feel when you're in there, you feel like you're with family, and it's just all the boys are just good people, and you can sit there and you can shoot the shit all day with them, and you don't want to leave. Like I never want to leave. I'm always sad when the show's over because I'm like, man, we gotta go home. Like I can't just hang out with all these people for the rest of my life. Like these are the best, you know.
Yeah, going back to real life really kind of sucks after those good show days.
Oh, we had 2 this weekend too.
I know, man.
You're like, and this morning having to pick up totes and put drinks in vending machines. I was like, damn, this sucks.
So Jesse, actually, I work for Coca-Cola now, and it's canteen related in a bit, but not as bro. When I tell you, it's a breeze. I get up early. I get up early as hell, like used to a canteen, but it's chill, man. It's chill.
Sounds nice. I don't know. I love my job, but like I actually like canteen. You know that. They've been really good to me and really good to Claire.
For sure.
But I like any job, there's frustrations. I've been irritated about just stupid stuff. So I'm trying to get better at that too. Like, you know, like it's so weird. Like you find balance in one part of your life, but then the other part of your life you start to like stress out for no reason. And so like now I literally was with a driver today, and I was like, dude, I'm trying to just not care as much. I just want to care as much because I feel like when I care, I just stress out, you know?
And for me too, you know what I'm saying? I know that I left there, but like what I was trying to get people to understand is I love that job. But the thing was, like you just said, balance. That was a huge thing for me. And at that time, I was not in a good space at all. Like shit, when I say shit was bad, it was bad. And I, you know, having had that surgery on my back at that time, and then that shit, it was just so much. I was like, dude, I got to figure something out because this is just not it for me. So things happen, but like I said, that it did open. And you know, I started wrestling much better when I was with Canteen because I had the opportunity to do it and I had the time off to do it. So I will always hold that dear to me because it made me get into a better situation. Me and Benny, we traveled a lot more. Hell, me and you traveled together. So it was just a good situation. I'm glad they're still taking care of you guys for sure.
Oh yeah, I tell people like, you want to have a job and you want to wrestle full time too, go work at Canteen. You know, I said they will hook you up. I said you're gonna work your ass off, and you ain't gonna know what sleep is. But you're gonna learn to appreciate everything you get because of it. You know, that makes sense.
For sure.
Yeah.
One of my last questions I got for you, man. I told you I was going to do something random, but I know me and you've had conversations about this. But one thing with Tevin Talks, I like to be real with my fans and my family, and I like to have real conversations. And I know that's something you dealt with, but I know it's also something that you're comfortable with. So I want to know, do you have any advice on dealing with addiction, and how were you able to overcome it?
I think you gotta hit rock bottom with stuff. Like with me, I was in a very bad relationship, and she advised me to get on. I've had ADHD since I was 7 years old. I've never took anything for it. She told me, "Hey, go to the doctor, and they'll give you some stuff." I said, "Okay." And make you better, because she wanted me to be better, which is crazy. Nobody should ever tell you to be better. Like, nobody should ever want that for you. You gotta, like, that's crazy. Um, so I got on Adderall, and then when I got on Adderall, I got depressed. So what happens when you're depressed? Guess what they do? They give you Xanax, because she told me, go to the doctor because you're sad all the time now. So I was on Adderall and Xanax, and I was drinking, like, and then like some stuff happened where I got kicked out of my folks' house. Anyway, I wind up living with my grandma, and that all this is my fault, because I was a jerk and a shithead, and I didn't understand anything, and I take full accountability for it. But not the stuff with her, but everything else. Like, I let her manipulate me too much, and which is crazy. And I was just in a bad mental health space. And so I was at my grandma's house, and I was on Tinder way too much, and I was smoking weed like a freight train during that time period too, and I was getting into other drugs as well. And one day this Tinder girl was over, and I'm sure maybe the joint might have been laced, but I was 1 second talking to her. The next second, I was blacked out. I was in a random like field. I could literally touch my hand out and like feel the grass. And there was the bluest sky I've ever seen in my entire life. And I walked down to the bottom of this hill, and there's 3 women in white dresses. And I literally tell them, and I'm going to say that word, who the fuck are y'all? Because I was scared to death. And then I started hearing, Jesse, wake up, Jesse, wake up. And the girl I was on the Tinder date with was smacking me. And I woke up. She helps get me stood up. I got on top of my truck, and sweat just went whoosh, like on the spot, just immediately. And I was convulsing. She said while I was out, I was convulsing in the mouth. She said she was about to call the ambulance. She didn't, thankfully. But after that moment, man, I did not take another pill, and I haven't since then. But I think sometimes God has to just smack you in the face and wake you up from the crap you're going through. And I do think, and I tell people like you, sometimes you just have to hit rock bottom, because the only way from rock bottom, you can climb up, but you got to want to climb up. Other people can't climb up for you. It's the same thing like the David thing from earlier. It fits here too. And like, when I was with the girl too, like I drove headfirst into a bridge because I was just done. I didn't want to do this no more. I was tired of life. And that's so crazy looking back at it now and everything that's happened since then. And you got to want it for yourself. If you're struggling with something and you want to get out of it, you got to get out of it for you. Like, there's all this stuff now too. Like, you can go talk to people. There's therapists. There's stuff like that. That stuff never could work for me, but my situation is different than other people. If you need to talk to somebody and you need to get help, get freaking help. Like, go talk to people. It's okay. Life is way too freaking special to ruin it taking some stupid pill, that makes you feel better. Because guess what? At the end of the day, these doctors, they're just trying to make money, and they'll kill you in the long run. Don't let them kill you. Don't. Like, life is awesome. Eventually, you will meet someone that's way better to you and will make you feel special every single day for the rest of your life. But not only that, you got to learn to make yourself feel special. You don't need people to make you feel special either. I had to learn that. I always wanted love from all these other people, and the moment I started learning how to love myself, that's when I became a better husband. I became a better friend. I became a better coach for training. And I didn't learn how to love myself until like a year or two ago, to be honest with you. It really like took a while to learn like what love for me, like to love me for me, instead of like having insecurity after insecurity after insecurity because of everything that might have happened in like my lifetime. But yeah, the main thing from all this, you need help and you need somebody to talk to. Go get it. If you got a friend and they've been trying to like help you, my brother was trying. I know he was. Talk to them. It's okay. You don't have to shield every damn thing up all the damn time. Like, I'm trying to be more open with that kind of stuff with the public. My parents don't really know that stuff, so this will be probably, if they watch this, a little news flash. But I think it's okay. They knew I was in a crap hole during the time period. They just didn't know to the extent because I did hide it, you know.
Yeah.
But I want people to hear my story and be able to know that you can get out and life can be better, So but you gotta want it, You just do. You gotta want it for yourself.
Most definitely. And that's why I wanted you on here, man. Like, just when I was thinking like who I want to bring on here next, it like just instantly clicked because I like you have a story that a lot of people don't know, and I think even like I said, we go through so much shit at times, and we're just as men, we're so used to just pushing it to the side and just going through the motions because we don't think that people listen. And like I tell people all the time when I do these mental check Mondays, and again, Jesse, dude, if you've never listened to my podcast at all before, it doesn't matter. But if you just literally just take a stroll through my episodes, you will see like it's a diary for me. When it first started and I was only just talking and babbling, dude, I was literally not necessarily crying out for help, but it's like I needed to be able to express what was going on with me. And I was like, you know what? If I start doing this and start breaking myself out of my shell, this might actually help somebody. Because people go through shit all the time, every single day, every second. Somebody's going through something right now. And it's like, I feel like I damn near have a catalog of everything that you could think of emotionally. Because I've been through so much. And I'm just thinking like, maybe this episode will help somebody. And I'll send people certain episodes like, hey, this might help you. And it does. And I just think that if people, like you just said, go get the help and stop thinking like, especially, dude, men, we do this shit all the time. We think that therapy is childish or something that we don't need or is girly. It's really not, dude. We go through so much in general that it'll make somebody's head spin. And I'm like, and normal, and because as people that are in the wrestling business, we're not normal. We're not normal.
So no, we're dumb.
We can deal with a little bit more than somebody regular. So I just think that just because we have that little mental illness, we're able to get through a lot of stuff.
Yeah, but then we become the best artists because of it. Because now I'm learning how, like, I'm getting to be babyface at some promotions. I'm learning how to tell my story with my art. Like I did a promo at PWF where
that was beautiful. It was
beautiful. I'm wrestling Trayvon, but like he was telling all this stuff. He's like, "You didn't earn this shit" or whatever. Like I was like, okay, but when he said it, I was in my head. I was like, oh, this is the time I could tell my story. I said, earn it. I was like, I fought from addiction. Earn it. Like I beat it. Like I earned it. Like I'm here. I'm alive. Earning it's being alive. Like to be able to wake up and know you got to fight another day to just get to the next day. But like that's a win. Like these are the steps people need to learn how to take. Every day is a win. When you wake up and you can realize that you can fight and you are still here. Like everybody that's listening to this, if you're here, you're still standing, you're winning. Like don't let people tell you you're not. You are winning right now. If you are still like you got air in your chest and your lungs, like you're winning. Like it's special. Like life's special, man. It is, and it's beautiful. And don't let like a dark moment dictate you not getting to be here no more for these special moments. Yeah. Because you gotta let the dark stuff happen, because the special stuff don't mean as much if the dark stuff doesn't happen.
Facts.
But you gotta fight. You can't give up. You gotta fight. And like you said, if you need therapy, have therapy. For me, it wasn't the thing. I had to hit rock bottom. I had to know that, okay, I do want to be around, and I do want to do a couple things with my life, and I'm not going to take no for an answer, and I haven't, So yeah.
For me, and like I said, I know it's only a handful of people that know exactly what I went through in October. Benny, you know what, Benny? I'm gonna just take time, Jesse. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just take time to say thank you, because I can strongly say this, and it's no disrespect to them, but nobody from my family came to see me in the hospital, but you. You're my best friend, man, and I think that I didn't say thank you then. I'm saying thank you now. I love you, dude, and I appreciate you, because people really don't know how close I was from being out of here, bro. Like, Jesse, when I tell you, it was like I was legit. I was on the brink of being out of here, bro. Like, I can't make this up. I didn't know how bad things were, and it shit happened so fast, dude, that you would think that it's make believe, but it's really not. My heart, dude, when I going into the hospital, my heart was at 18%. Dude, I was kissing death.
Yeah.
And people don't understand, man. Like, without my wife, without Benny, my close friend Terrell, like, I don't think that I would be here. That second time, my heart stopped twice. That second time, it really it did something to me, bro. Like, not just of being here, but it's like it made me think about every single thing I had going on in my life. Like, literally, dude, I stopped wrestling in August, and I'm in the hospital, literally dying October 27th. Like, the way my mind was set, like, dude, this shit could have happened in a match. And that's the crazy thing about it. I asked the doctors, I said, hey, how long do you think this has been going on? And he's like, honestly, I can't tell you. But because I asked him, I said, was wrestling keeping it away? He said, I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to tell you no. But it's just like all of a sudden, I got a bad heart. I've been wrestling for almost 10 years at this point. So I don't know, again, what caused this shit besides probably not taking the best care of myself. But I can tell you right now, I am in the best shape I've probably been in 10 years. I'm smaller. I feel better. Every morning when I wake up, I'm not hurting. I can get up and it's to the point now, I can get up and I have to drink coffee and be fine the whole day. Now, I enjoy drinking coffee, but it's just different, man. We take so much shit for granted. And it's the little things of just waking up in the morning, being able to see my wife, being able to see my kids. I'll never take that for granted again, because I know that regardless of whatever I went through in life, I've enjoyed myself. And you know what? If I did get called home in October, I'm not gonna. Of course, that would have been a bad thing to me personally, but I would have been okay because I know my wife and everybody else would have been taken care of. But I've done so much stuff in my life, dude, that I would be happy. I would be okay. But I now like what I know right now and how I feel in this moment, I'm not finished with shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't, like I said, I'm not speaking on anything. I'm ready. That's all I can say, man. I'm ready.
Hell yeah.
I'm ready to take life on, bro. I'm ready to take life on.
Man, that's right. Hell yeah.
Well, man, this is honest. I'm not just saying it because you're here. This is probably one of my favorite episodes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Definitely got to get you on here again.
Yeah, you got Claire coming on soon, don't you? Ain't that tomorrow?
Soon, man. And the guy you just faced on Saturday. Talking to that guy soon too.
Oh, fuck him. No, he's a
good old Beer City Bruiser.
Yeah. No, I love old bastard.
You hurt the ones you love, right, Jesse?
Yeah, we have great matches. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, Saturday was. Ooh.
I told my mom, I said, "Don't come." I said, "You're not gonna like it." And oh my God, she was about came in the last minute. My brother talked her out of it. He took the tickets, thank God. But I was stressed about it all day. I was like, "There's gonna be barbed wire and thumbtacks. It's a hardcore match." She wound up inviting my grandparents. I had to call my grandma. I said, "Grandma, this isn't the one that passed. This is the two that are alive." But I said, "Grandma," I said, "Dare I come?" I said, "You cannot see me like that." I was all right, Tracy. I didn't get you sold some tickets, but I couldn't. I was not going to hear that headache for me. You know, like I love deathmatch wrestling too. Like, and people don't even know that about me, but I do. Claire gets mad at me because I like watching death matches, and especially now because sometimes like WWE can be a little, you know. Anyway, I want a job, so I'm not gonna say nothing. But but so I watch death matches sometimes, and I'm like. And when Brian asked, he goes, "What do you want to do with Bear City?" Was to get, I was like, "Oh, Texas death match." I was like, "Sign me up." I never want to do tubes or anything because I don't hear from Clara. But yeah, that's all I'll say. You know, no tubes, but everything else, I'm game.
Yeah, see me, I'm good on that. Bro, look, if you know me, you know I'm squeamish around blood. I'm sorry.
Yep.
I thought I was gonna lose him in that War Games match we were in.
Oh shit. Man, I don't even think I told you about that, man. We had that War Games in Coalfield, man. It was, golly. When I tell you, I've never seen that much blood in person, and bruh.
No, you can't say that. Your brother, when he hit the back of his damn head,
that is true. That is
There's
true.
no way you haven't seen that much blood.
That's true.
That was
true.
the craziest thing I ever seen in my life. You sent me the picture. I said, "No,
yeah,
don't show me that."
That was bad. You are correct. But I mean, you know what? I was panicking during that situation, but being in a match and trying to be TDT and seeing that, I was like, I looked at Benny. I'm like, "Yo, do you see this shit?" Like,
no, I was outside the ring. You rolled right to where I was at, and you were wider than I was at that point.
I'm like, bro, I'm about to throw
and
up.
I really thought you were about to throw up.
My mouth started watering. I was like, it's over. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Oh yeah. Kudos to you, man. Again, I'm proud of you, dude. I appreciate you. We gotta do this again, man. Hopefully see you soon. I think that this is gonna be one for the books, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Jesse, you got tune in, guys.
Yeah, Jesse made a comment yesterday, Tev, about we need to hit the gym with him one day.
Yeah, we said that when you weren't here yet.
So it'll be like, apparently it's us and Hawks, and we'll have everybody in that gym. Nobody else will be able to get in.
Hey, that'd be great. We'll call Fodder. Hell, he'll
right.
Come in and outwork us all.
Yeah, fuck that. Yeah, fuck that. I already know that's gonna be insane. But yeah, man, I ain't gonna take too much more of your time, man. I appreciate you, dude. Definitely tell everybody on time, please like, share, subscribe. We need as much followers as we can get so we can keep this growing, man. I think that we're doing something good. Again, look out for the weekend recaps that are coming up. You're gonna be able to hear about the shows in the Carolinas: AML, Firestar, ACW, XWW, whatever your flavor of the week is. We're gonna talk about it. And you'll hear more stories about J.A.C. beating up people, beating up older people, beating up grandmas, and etc. You know how it goes.
Yeah, grandmas, Jesus.
that's cold-blooded. Yeah, Jesse, man.
That's a Claire stuff.
Jesse, I love you, dude. I'm so proud of you and how far you've come from the time I first met you to now. It's been such a monster transition. And I can't be happier for you and all your success, man.
Oh, thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm sorry about like April the Smack.
I got over it
that all the time, dude. Every time I see you, I'm like, man, I should have hit it.
Oh man, I knocked the hell out of him. That's fine. I got over it. We're fine. We'll just have to do it again sometime.
Oh yeah. I wanted you to ref the match for Sunday, and then Drake got it. I was mad as hell.
I know we had enough referees. Everybody got one match, and then there was
I
War
chewed
Games.
Jalen out. I was like, well, I said, if Benny ain't gonna do it, why didn't you do it? And then I was like, and then I looked at Jared. I said, if they ain't gonna do it, why don't you do it? And then I was like, I love you, Drake, but I was like, God, man.
I got you next time, as long as it's not a death match.
All right, game.
Well, guys, I don't know about y'all, but this brother got to get up early in the morning.
Oh yeah, dude.
You gotta get up early. You got to get up an hour early before I do. So I got to be at my first stop at 5. So
Hell yeah.
get it in, brother. I love you. Tell your wife to get ready because she's on here next.
Yep. See you guys.
I love you guys, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you guys.
Love you.
We're out.